Hello everyone, welcome to Jennifer Sewing and Crochet. Today I'm coming to you to give you another update. In my previous videos I shared that I was going to use these free motion quilt rulers. Well, that probably won't be happening for this particular quilt. I have tried using them, and it is definitely a learning experience. I could not use the frame at all because it just does not work for my machine. So this is the frame portion, and I just wasn't able to use it with my machine, because as you got to this side or to this side, it would butt up against the throat of the machine. So this part was pointless for my machine. I tried using some of the rulers. I was using the stippling or the meander, and I just wasn't getting it. I couldn't get my tension correct on my machine. Like I said, it's a learning experience, definitely. It will take me some time, and I don't really want to ruin my quilt by doing a free motion quilting that is going to distract from the work that I'm putting into my quilt. I will use these over time. I'm going to work with them and practice with them, and I will share those in future videos. This is kind of what happened. It's just awful. I just could not do it. You can kind of see a heart here. That was from this one. And it just wasn't working for me. So there's those. And I tried to do some meandering. This is just several of them over the top of it. You can see that my stitches weren't correct. These little knots are where I would stop, and it just wasn't working for me. So it will take some practice. And then I said, well, I'm gonna try a little bit more. And I tried doing some outlining with it, and this is just goofing off, trying to, I think the tension on my machine was better on this. That's what I was trying to do on this one, is just work on tension. And again, I was just working on tension, and I think I got the tension better on this one. It's not great, but I was able to figure out what I need to set my machine at for the tension. Then I talked to my husband, and he always helps me work through little things, and he helped me figure out what I will be doing with this quilt. So I fell in love with this quilt block for a reason. I just loved the design of the quilt block. So instead of quilting it in a way that's going to distract from the block itself, why not just make the quilt block that I fell in love with the art of the quilt? So what I will be doing is I'm going to just be doing simple stitch in the ditch. So I'll more than likely outline the squares, these particular squares, the centerpiece. I don't know exactly how I'm going to do complete stitch in the ditch on it yet, but that's what I will be doing. And for a little surprise, here is the next quilt block. This is a, I guess you would call it a floral. I didn't know if I was going to like it at first, because next to the bright white, it does look a little gray. But that's okay. Once the block was finished, I did really like it. So in our next video, I will be adding borders to these. These are currently 18.5 inches. So I will be including a 1, and I've got several border strips cut. These are just 1 1/4 inch strips. I will be adding them around the block, and then they will be stitched in the ditch, and then we will complete the quilt as you go. So please stay tuned. I hope to bring the next video to you shortly, within the next few days. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.